We are live, coming in, getting ourselves set up here, hitting buttons, doing things, maybe doing things. So
Maybe.
Yes, maybe doing things.
Maybe doing things. Trying to do the Instagram thing and nothing's working.
So we have potentially a new babysitter?
Potentially.
Well, that'd be helpful because we have some crazy kids that are looking to have fun. So it is Second Cup of Coffee. Again, thank you for just the mass support. We've had a huge month, and that's now 3 months running of just massive numbers. And we just thank you. And so today is 5 steps to building wealth. Fun title, fun thing to do, fun thing to really push on. And I'm giving Pili time to come on board. And hey, welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Your Instagram's like totally trained on me.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's good. It knows better than to position on me. So coffee's back there.
Coffee's back here.
We are now 40. What time is it? 41 hours out from start of next 100-mile race.
Yes.
Virtual 100-mile race here, Jersey side. We have right now.
Gabe, Keller Williams Westfield has joined us. Aloha.
We have for the 100-mile on Saturday.
Okay.
I now have a number of pacers. So Sonny, James,
Sonny Burns,
Kevin,
James,
Mariotti, Kevin Dowling, Kevin Dowling. So going to be in there.
Hey,
Eddie
Kevin.
King going to be in there.
Awesome.
Yourself going to be in there. Gabe DeSilva going to be in there. So. Wow, it's gonna be a packed race, and I hope it rains. We all have to run the race, but we will see.
Oh, that'll be really interesting.
We will see if that does. I hope it does rain. But if it doesn't rain, that's cool too. Maybe we'll snow.
It'll be really interesting to see who actually comes and does it.
But that is super cool that people are coming out to support. I literally have Eddie starting with me at 5 a.m.
Wow.
Potentially you finishing the day at whatever time the next morning, or on my own, me and the raccoons and the deer, which is probably more likely because I don't know where our kids are going to go. So the probable likely outcome is me running at 2 a.m, although I'd love my beautiful wife to be there with the deer. And last time I almost ran into 3 deer when I ran my overnight.
I remember that. 2
weeks ago now.
Uh-huh.
But I hadn't put the headlamp on in a while. And because with the change of time zones that you sometimes it's been so light out in the morning, so it hasn't been dark enough. So I just got out and ran. It was pretty sweet. It was pretty sweet right there to get out there, run overnight. That was good. I enjoyed that. So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about wealth building. Good.
Well, I'm excited to be here. You're excited to be here. It is 5 ways to build wealth, and let's. All right, so we're here. I felt like that was all jazzed up, like they were on whatever our kids are taking each day. So we've had lots of days. I was going one direction today. I was set on doing one thing because that was the choice that was presented that I had as an option.
And it's always good to go with the one thing.
It's pivoted because, of course, when you push the button, sometimes when the rocket's supposed to pop up, it's, now you can launch 2 rockets if you want to. So that's a good way. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's on the horizon.
Talk about wealth building.
Wealth building right there. So we have our apartment buildings moving in chain. We have things actually happening, but 5 ways to build wealth. I mean, this is fun. So let's just get after it.
Okay. You first.
Sure. Number 1 is the trap that a lot of people really come on is that they do not live within their means.
Yeah.
And you can never build or create wealth because every time you make $1, you figure out how to use that dollar and spend that dollar. Yeah. And you're always pushing the level. So if you're making $1 and you're spending $1, or you're making $1 million and spending $1 million, you're both practically in the same place. Yeah. Living beyond your means. And this is not something that you have to do forever, like living way below your means, right? But if you educate yourself in the point of doing this for the short term, feeling that short term pain, even for a couple of years, you can grow tremendously.
Yeah. So a good place to look is I think it's called the FI podcast, Financial Independence Podcast. Great podcast. Listen to it. Lots of actionable steps there to set yourself on the course to financial independence. So number 2, and I'm huge on mindset, and wealth building is not completely a mindset. I'm not going to say that, but you have to have the mindset that you can and you will build wealth. You can, if you have the mindset that you're poor, if you have the mindset that you don't have enough money, that you don't have enough, that I never have enough, then that's probably what's going to happen. So if you have the mindset that I do have enough and I want to get more, and this is what I need to do to have it, then that's a starting place. Having the mindset that I can be rich, my life is rich, and I can make it richer. I can build wealth. You have to see it before and believe it before it actually happens.
Number 3 is create the plan, but you have to commit to the plan. You have to stick to the plan. That's not to say that the future may not pivot, but you can't act out of fear. And most times with the stock market, the money is lost on the reactions, right? So panic in the air, you jump out of the stock market, and then all of a sudden it goes back up, and then you buy back in, and then the next time something panics you jump back out, and you're constantly at this point of living in fear. You have to go with the plan and look at your plan and say, okay, I commit to this plan for X number of years. And it's almost like turn off the noise, right? Yeah. So, and if you have trouble creating that plan or thinking of that plan, then think about who would you trust in this situation? It might be a friend. It might be that you find an advisor. You can talk to other people to even if it's not create a plan for me, what are you doing? Right. So we have our investments mixed between, real estate, stocks, some other, angel investments that we've put into that point. So we have things that we've allocated, right? Some are us active, some are us passive. And pactive. So I guess that's passively active, which is probably a good thing for me to think. Pactive, right? Pactive. So maybe I am pactive in a lot of my life. So passively
aggressive.
Yeah.
Active, passive,
or aggressive. So aggressive. All right. So number 4. Okay. So be honest with yourself. Be honest about your financial situation. If you're in debt, don't pretend that you're not. So many of us walk through life not looking at our bank accounts, not looking at our credit scores, not like kind of putting on the blinders and saying, la, 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 I'll just put on my credit card and I'll figure it out later. So the way to build wealth is to correct that. And the thing is, even if you are on a good path, even if you've set yourself on the path, you've taken this course, make sure your financial situation is healthy and continues to be healthy. And do not lie to yourself about it. You need to stay truthful to yourself, really in all things, but definitely in your finances. And number 5 is pay yourself first. You might say that, every dollar is being accounted for. I just have no time to save. Well, pay yourself first, right? So if that's $5 you can put away a day, pick $5 and put it away a day, because I guarantee if you can figure out how to make it on $100 a day or $50 a day or whatever I mix around, if you take out that money and pay yourself first, you will figure out how to make it on X minus 5, right? So if you need $100 a day and now it becomes you need $95 a day, well, you're going to figure out what is most important, what is not something that you're using that part, and that may be something as not eating out as much, or it might be something as not having 6 gym memberships, or it might be cutting out a subscription. I mean, there is a lot of things that you could do to just start saving, but you need to start saving now.
And that goes back to everything we're saying too, about being truthful with yourself, looking at your bank statements. I mean, you really should be going through your bank statements at least once a month to be seeing if those subscriptions are popping up and you're like,
are you doing that?
I haven't.
Or is that me doing that?
That's your I trust that he's going to do it. So, because for instance, our massage membership, we both have massage memberships. We haven't been using it. I put mine on freeze, and then all of a sudden it popped back up again. And Jason's was like, whoa, this is coming back up. I'm like, oh, it just unfroze. So went back to them, was like, can you unfreeze it or freeze it again? And there is $70 again wiped out of our bank account or put back rather. So
yeah,
things.
And we now position that and put that somewhere else, right? So again, you can't know what you can save if you don't know what you're spending. Exactly. And most of us have ways to spend the dollars that come in the door. So there's a reason Best Buy, after we have all these checks have gone up, Best Buy has not had a store open, and their sales are through the roof with really door pickup, right? Or curbside pickup. Why is everybody buying so many mass TVs out there?
I don't know. Because they think they can afford it? No,
it's because we're not buying assets, right? You need to buy assets.
Yes.
And they're buying things that don't may produce that short term. But if you look back of all the short term, and we are just as guilty, right? All these short term things that we have done, those short term things add up to a lot of dollars. And if you don't necessarily need it, and you're in a crunch trying to get yourself out of the hole and grow your wealth, well, eliminate it, right? And it's not going to be that great for you.
And then if you're Gary Vee, sell it all.
Yeah, that's another thing. There's a ton of ways, and I've actually tried a couple of these things because they're just almost like silly just to prove the concept. But you can just grab random things around the house and sell them. Yeah. Like I sold like a golf bag. I don't even know why. I don't golf, but somehow I had 2 golf bags. I don't even know. Like one I brought, but sold that, right? Someone got us a dog. I got a dog collar for something for Jill, and Jill's a bulldog, so she kind of beefed up. So we sold that one quick, just random things like that. But you can find ways to make extra income. I mean, there's literally a million on them. You could be a proofreader. You can go on their test websites. Yeah. You can do 5,000 different things with the internet right now. And it's amazing. Like you could do all these things, just pick up a couple extra dollars here and there. And maybe that could be your spending fund, or that could be your savings fund. Okay, I do these 2 hours a week. It gives me $50.
But make sure you know where you're allocating your money. Make sure you know where that money is going to. That you're just not making money to spend it. You're making money to save it or to invest it.
Yes, but you do need to get a reserve account that's readily accessible. So you do want to have money aside that, if the world turns upside down, that you're cool for a couple months. And that is part of your savings process. But you do want to have something there. Like, okay, and that could be whatever, like however you want to put it, so if you're feeling like the world's going a different direction, put in crypto. If you want to, put in your mattress, just get something that you can hold to your side so you can be ready for that rainy day, but don't use it because it's for that rainy day. So this is not rainy day or jet ski. This is rainy day.
Yes. Don't get that jet ski. And by the way, we are not financial advisors. We are not CPAs. Talk to your accountant or whoever before you make any financial.
You played one in an ad though one time.
Yes, I did. I played a banker.
You were a banker, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, but I'm not licensed or whatever bankers need to be.
We are not. We are not advisors. We are not broker dealers. We are not. And the other point, we're just telling you that there's lots of ways that you can find ways to save. Yeah. But it just starts, just being knowledgeable about what you are doing.
Yes.
So that's what we got.
That's what we have.
I'm confirming, you're confirming.
I'm confirming. Good. You're confirming. We're both confirming.
So we will see you back tomorrow with what we learned this week.
Well, we learned this week. We learned a lot this week.
I feel like we did.
Yeah. Lots of stuff. Like all the stuff.
All right.
All the stuff.
Have a great day.
Aloha.
Bye now.